Hello, good morning, and welcome to our channel. Welcome to Agri Africa Limited. Welcome to our cattle farm. My name is Johnny Dibia, and today we'll be sharing with you a very vital information about cattle farming. I will be telling you how we started, and we'll be teaching you the easiest way to start cattle farming as a beginner or as a small farmer. Today we'll be talking about the concept of co-ranching. Co-ranching, that is where we started from. So we'll be telling you how we're able to start our cattle farm as a small farmer and how we're able to bring it up to this level where we are today. So we'll be discussing the concept that we employed to reach up to this point. As you listen, please do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to comment, to like, and possibly share this content to other people, and also teach us the best way to continue in our cattle farming as we learn from you and as we share with you our experiences as well. Thank you. Please subscribe and share. So let's start by introducing what co-ranching is all about. Co-ranching is a farming practice where two or more people share a piece of land or a ranch. They share their land, their resources, their responsibilities in order to raise livestock together. Instead of each rancher managing their own separate ranch, they collaborate on a single property or a single land to reduce cost and improve their efficiency. Co-ranching is like when maybe as a beginner, I'll talk about co-ranching, introducing it to you as a small farmer or an intending farmer. When you want to start cattle farming, for instance, and due to some costs of these resources that you need to start, such as land, feeding, the housing and all of these other facilities that you need to put in place, that may be too expensive for you as a beginner, as a young person that intend to start cattle farming. You may need to, collaborate with other established farmers or even other starters to raise the farm together for a period of agreed time. Yes, like what co-ranching is all about is, for me, yes, I would say co-ranching should be between a small farmer and an experienced or a big farmer. It's better that way, because you get to learn in the process. When you start co-ranching, both as small beginners, you may have same problem, even though you have solved the problem of facilities because you combined your resources together to raise facilities. You may still have the problem of experience sharing. So I think it's better to define co-ranching as the farming practice where a small farmer, combine resources or incorporate his own resources into a big farm. That's what I think co-ranching should be about. In the case where, as a young person, you have the intention to start cattle farming, but you do not have the facilities all completed yet, or in most cases you may even have the facilities and the financial resources to raise all of these facilities. I still believe that the experience and the practice is still more important than the money you have. So sometimes you may need to start cattle farming from someone that already have the experiences and the expertise requires to raise cattle. So that's what co-ranching is about. Combining your resources with that of somebody, taking your cattle to somebody's farm to raise. That's what it means. Like you carry your own cow and keep it in somebody's farm so that the person can help you raise them for a period of time while you are learning in the process. So today we'll be discussing co-ranching, the benefits of co-ranching, and how we were able to use co-ranching practice to start our cattle farm. So now, let's say we have a big farmer within our area. A big farm, yes, there's maybe an established cattle farm, not necessarily a very big farm, but then the person have been in practice for a while, and then you decide to start your own cattle farming. I feel it's better because it worked for me. I think it's good to start with somebody like that, with your few cows, with an agreement, of course. You start keeping the cows in his farm, you attend to it in his farm, you learn the processes, you share the costs and all that. In this video, we'll be telling you how to do it, how we did it, and how it worked for us. Please subscribe as you watch this video, and don't forget to comment what you think is better. Thank you. So now that we have established the meaning of co-ranching, what are the benefits of co-ranching? What are the benefits of co-ranching? One major benefit of co-ranching is cost sharing. Because as partners now, you don't have to, as a small farmer, for instance, you are combining your cow with somebody's farm. The farm already have facilities, the farm already have housing, land, water, a feeding plan and all that. So you will definitely not incur all the cost of raising these facilities from the scratch. So co-ranching will give you the benefit of reducing your sharing costs with your partner. Now it gives you better resource management, because you'll be sharing all of these facilities with the person you are in business with. And it's also one other important benefit is experience sharing. The person you are taking your cow to his farm to raise, of course, already have experiences over the time. You are just coming into the business. You have the opportunity of learning from that person as a partner, as a co-rancher. There are some things he will tell you within this period. There are things you will see him do. There are things you see him or her do that you will learn from. So this person will be like a mentor to you, to guide you in the process of cattle farming, cattle breeding, cattle fattening. You will learn, how to select breed, learn the best feed that works, the best way of housing. You have first-hand experience when you combine your cattle with an experienced farmer. Within such time, you also learn marketing skills, how to sell, how to buy. These are things that you cannot learn alone. So it's a process of learning on the job. That, and I think it's better because it works for me. So those are the benefits of cattle ranching. Now let's go back to how we started farming. We started our cattle farming using co-ranching. In the year 2019, there's a cattle farmer around my community where I've been observing for a while. Anytime I go home, I see how I stay around him to see how he does his thing, how the cowboys take the cow for grazing, how they come back, how he prepares supplemental feeding for them, and all that. I used to visit the farm time to time to see how these things are done, so I developed the interest. I began to like and love the business. So then, in 2020, I decided to buy a few cows. Went to the market, went to cattle market in Lafia, Nasarawa State, Nigeria, and I bought 4 cows. That 4 cow, it cost me a total of 260,000. The 4 of them cost me 260,000 naira in 2020. They were young cow, within the ages of 9 months to 1 year. Some are 1 year old, some are 1 year and 1 month, just within that range of 1 year. So I brought them home. Although I've already arranged with this man that I will be buying cow and I would like to keep it in his farm. Then we have an agreement that we will be sharing the cost of management, some of the cost of management in the farm, in the for the period my cows would be in his farm. And I agreed. I went to the market. He followed me to the market. Let's say I followed him to the market. He was going to buy cows, so I followed him to the market. And he was able to show me the breeds, the good breeds, the best that I should buy, this and that. And I bought 4 of them. And we got home. It was a very rigorous journey. In fact, it was like one of the roughest most rough journey I've ever embarked on in life then, because we had to be on a very long truck. The other people the cows we buy was not plenty for us to carry a full load of trucks, so we had to wait till late night for other people who were going the same direction with us to load up their own cow with us, and then we started going. It was a long journey. We got to my town in Opoku local government. We got to Benue State, my town, the next morning. We started from Lafia at night, so we got there the next morning. We spent the whole night on the road. So when we got to the farm, I was made to give unique marks. Now, since you are having to combine your cows with another person's cow, it's a big farm. There are plenty cows, and some of these cows look identical. They look alike in color, some of size, all that. So I was made to give a unique mark to my 4 cows so that each time I come around, I can identify them easily. So I gave an ear marking, an ear cut. There's a particular shape of cut that I gave to the ear then, because we could not, there was no, the farm does not mark their cow, or they did not have this ear tagging system, which was not operational in the farm as at then. So what I did was to cut a particular shape on the ear of the cow to be able to identify it. It was a very small cut. It didn't cause any harm to the cow at all. So a few days after treatment, all of the injuries and everything was healed. So from there, we sat down and then we drafted an agreement. The agreement was that at the end of the year, since he knew that I was small, I was young, I didn't have much money, he was ready to feed the cow within and pay all bills within the period of fattening, which was 8 months. Yeah, it was 8 months fattening program. It was an 8 months fattening program. Yes, then he said he was going to. It was 8 months to Christmas. So he said he was going to cover these expenditures within the next 8 months until we sell the cows in Christmas, December of that year, 2020. So although it was a COVID period, movement and all of that was a bit restricted, but there we were able to navigate the whole process to raise the cow. He covered all the expenses of salary, because we had cowboys that were grazing the cow, and sometimes when I'm free, I follow them to the bush to get the experience. We go to the bush from 9 a.m. we come back by 5:30 p.m. It was a very sweet experience. I loved the fact that I was with cows. We'll go to the bush, follow through all the forest, and I love hearing the sound of the animals feeding. So it was really enjoyable for me, and I learned from there. I was always available to do any work in the farm. I will visit the farm, and then I will ask questions and also see what they are doing. Now, one thing I discovered then was that there were other people who had cows in that farm. That they were in Abuja, Lagos. They didn't. Some of them doesn't even know where the cows were. They don't know the color of the cow. They don't come down to see it. All they do was send money to this man. The man will buy the cow from the market, probably send them pictures of what he bought. He give them some marking, and then he will fatten it for them. After he sells, they do plus and minus. He takes his own expenditure from it, and then the profit that is on the cow, he also take a percentage of the profit. So I saw that this man was really doing something cool, a lot of people it was like crowd farming, I discovered then it was about 8 people who had cows in that farm. Some of them were in major cities in Nigeria, Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Kaduna. They just send him money. He buy the cow, he raise a cow for them, and then he sell it for them and send them their profits and, if necessary, their capital. And some people also recycle the cow. Some were only doing breeding and like that. Some people had cows in his farm that they were not selling. Their cows were just breeding and multiplying. So it was an experience that I learned from so much, and I'm grateful for. So this man, he was always, communicating with these people, giving them monthly or weekly reports, and it was a good experience. So I discovered that I could do that myself when I'm ready to do it. So we started moving further, and along the line, I decided to travel. So while I traveled for my NYC, my cow was still there. He was always giving me report, just as he was giving to other farmers, other of his partners. So the process lasted for 8 months, just as he said. And then during Christmas, we sold the cow, and then I came back and we did plus and minus, and I was given a very good share of the profit. I made money and all that, but I gave him the money back, went to the market the January of 2021, and then we bought 7 cows. Yes, bought 7 cows from the 4 cows that we sold. We bought 7 cows, bigger than that. But that time now, the cows were more expensive, so we didn't get buy it the same way we bought the last time. So we got 7 more cows, and then I returned it back to this ranch again, continue with the process of co-ranching, the same routine. Then by that time, while I was in my NYC, my youth services, I began to save a little money, and I was building my own ranch little by little. So around on October of 2021, October 2nd of 2021, that was when I went to him and said, I want to move my own cow to my ranch. We did the cost expenditures, settle up the bills, and I moved my cows to my ranch. So from there, we started our own farming, always consulting with the man. He was my mentor, consulting with him time to time. If I had any issues, I would run to him. He was always coming to the farm to check that we are doing the things right and all that. So then I was not always available to take care of the farm, so he helped me got some laborers. We got some cattle headers, some cattle rearers from Plateau State. One young boy, a very devoted young boy, and then he started taking care of the cow while I was away, with the guidance of this man. So basically, co-ranching is what brought us up to this point, because starting by myself would have been very difficult for me, and it would have taken a longer time than this, So now that we are here, we have also replicated exactly what he does. We also do co-ranching, where you can, wherever in this world, you can have your cow in our farm. We take care of it, and then we bring you reports. If you are in Nigeria, if you are around our farming area, you can always come and see your cow, and then have practical experience, just as I did. And but from then we have moved up or developed. Our farm is bigger now, and we have a branch of our ranch that will be launching by February of this year, by God's grace, in Kefi, Nasarawa State, Nigeria. So every other person you can choose to buy from us, or rail with us, or leave your cow in our farm, and we can do the same, but under an agreement, of course. So this is a process of cattle co-ranching. Now, what are the kind of agreements you should be looking out for when you are intending to start co-ranching with anybody? It should be that agreement should be on paper. That your cow will be safe, and then that proper feeding will be given to your cow. and that you also agree to pay for the cost. So there are a lot of things you have to check to carry on in co-ranching. Don't forget to stick to our channel, subscribe to our channel. As we go further, we'll be telling you stories, our experiences, and how we have been able to come up to this place, and we are moving forward now. Thank you very much, and stay blessed. Welcome to RJ Africa Limited again, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.